A study of problems in speaking English among Thai learners studying grade 12 at Sarawittaya School, Bangkok, Thailand. Let's take a look at the problem statements of this study. Even though Thai learners attending Sarawittaya School Bangkok have spent at least 12 years since primary until secondary levels to master English language, their communication skills in terms of speech are ineffective. Students' lack of confidence and motivation when they have to speak English with teachers, peers, and native English speakers. Students are too shy to present their assignments in English in front of the class. Ministry of Education revealed that only 10% of the whole populations in Thailand are able to speak English. Moreover, the 2010 test of English as a foreign language showed that Thailand ranked 116th out of 163 countries. So the purpose of this formative action research is to study and identify obstacles and problems in improving English speaking skills of Thai students grade 12 studying at Sarawittaya School, Bangkok, Thailand. Now let's take a look at the research questions. So there are two research questions that I would like to find. The first one is, what are the obstacles and problems causing Thai learners studying grade 12 at Sarawittaya School, Bangkok, Thailand to be unable to speak English fluently? And the second research question is, what are the strategies used in order to address these obstacles and problems? For the literature review, I have found 3 studies that are related to my topic. The first study that I have found is from Numura. She conducted the study aiming to investigate English teaching problems which are relevant to textbooks, curricula, exams, students, teachers, and other factors leading to successful instruction in secondary schools in Thailand. The issues behind this study is the English education failure in Thailand that can be considered low when compared to people in neighboring countries such as Malaysia, Indonesia, and Singapore. So students did not seek for more opportunities to practice using English language outside the classroom, which may in turn cause them to be less confident in speaking English. So this is what she has found on her research. The second literature review is from Thangkich Mongkol and Wasana Somsiti. An analysis of English language learning needs and problems of underprivileged children in a slum area in Bangkok metropolis is also aligned with the previous study. So this study found that students lack interesting materials to concentrate on the lesson. Students may lose their motivation to study. Students also lack opportunities to practice using English outside the classroom. The last literature review is from Abagon. She conducted the research aiming to explore how using portfolios can improve Thai learners' metacognition in English as a foreign language learning. So she found that the majority of Thai students learn English only to achieve a grammar-based examination with higher scores. And she also found that they have been preoccupied with false metacognitive knowledge, which impede their learning and skill development. Next, let's take a look at the research methodologies. So I have used 3 types of the research methodology. So the first one is the interview with English teachers. The second one is a focus group of grade 12 students to generate the in-depth information. And the last one is the classroom observations in order to identify behaviors of learners and teaching style of teachers. For the data collection, I have used the qualitative way to collect the data. The first data was collected from the in-depth interview with 5 English teachers who have been teaching in the school for more than 10 years. I have gathered their insights and experiences about English standard curricula required by the Ministry of Education and lesson plans. The second data was collected from the focus group of students in grade 12 who have different levels of English proficiency. I have engaged them in a dialogue about their attitudes and beliefs toward English speaking skills. The last data set was collected from the actual classroom observation. I have taken notes to identify students' behaviors and instructional methods. The next topic is the data analysis. I have searched for the consistencies and 5 patterns of words and phrases expressed during the collection process. English teachers claim that standard curricula focus mainly on grammar and structure-based lessons in order to prepare grade 12 students for their university entrance paper examination. Thus, their lesson plans and instruction are needed to be aligned with this standard. They also admitted that they did not directly graduate with teaching English major, and their English speaking skills is only intermediate level. So they mostly use Thai language to describe English lessons. Further dialogue from the focus group of grade 12 students revealed that they feel very worried, unconfident, and shy to speak English due to the lack of English vocabulary knowledge. Even though some students know a lot of vocabulary, they do not understand how to apply them in real-world conversation. Also, they mentioned that they are afraid to make mistakes in their English pronunciation. They also do not have an opportunity to practice speaking English outside the classroom because they have to complete a lot of homework every day and prepare for the university entrance test. From the classroom observation, I have noticed that students act as a receiver and teacher is the center of the classroom. There are not many interactions between teachers and students during the instruction. Students mostly focus on jotting down new information. Some students, especially ones sitting behind the classroom, lose their attention during teacher's discussion. Because one classroom has around 50 students, teachers are not able to pay close attention to everyone. Now let's take a look at the future action plan. So the first one, I would like to raise the awareness among teachers and students to see the importance of English speaking skills for the future of students' employment. The second one is I would like to modify teaching strategies to speak more English during class period by increasing more interactions and participation between teachers and students. The third one is I will use this technology by assigning students to learn to speak English from various sources of entertainment such as movies, music, or like videos. And the last action plan is to avoid teaching through short memorization. Instead, I will demonstrate how grammar and vocabulary can be used in everyday conversation in order to enhance students' long-term memorization. So we almost there to the last topic. So now I will talk about the force field analysis. I have 2 goals for the action plan. The first one is to create new and effective English lesson plans that are not only aligned with the country's standard curricula, but also students can apply what they have learned into the real-world conversation. The second goal is the teaching styles must be modified to create more interaction between students and teachers in order to boost English speaking skills. I also have 2 objectives. The first one is to increase the number of grade 12 students to be able to speak English more fluently before they graduate with the high school level. The second objective is to focus on driving forces that will decrease the problems and obstacles causing students to be unable to speak English. Let's see the driving forces. The school administrator, the English department heads, and other English teachers must gradually modify and adjust the whole learning and teaching approaches that can allow students to speak more English before, during, and after the class period. Collaboration from everyone can create a big change that is most beneficial for grade 12 students. The school must also arrange professional training for teachers who do not directly graduate with English teaching degree. However, there are some restraining forces that I would like to mention. The first one is the students tend to have other tasks needed to be completed to prepare them for the university entrance. Due to the heavy workload, students may not consider English speaking skills as important as it should be. Also, Sarawittaya School is a public school in which the number of learners is generally more than private schools. So opportunities for students to be closely trained and monitored by English teachers are less. The last one is the limited amount of time can become another restraining force for teachers to find effective teaching strategies. Here we are to the last topic of this presentation, which is the conclusion part. This formative action research enables me to deeply identify problems that causes students to be unable to communicate in English fluently. These problems can be further investigated to select teaching materials and methods that are best to improve academic and linguistic knowledge of all learners. Moreover, for those who would like to study more about this issue, validity and reliability must be considered in order to generate more accurate information. Thank you guys for listening to my presentation. I hope you guys have a great day.